Imagine this. You're having an amazing conversation with someone on a dating app. The chemistry is electric, the vibes are perfect, and then, poof, they disappear. No explanation, no goodbye, just silence. Sound familiar? If you've ever been ghosted, you're not alone. And today, we're diving into exactly how to deal with it, move forward, and even turn the tables in your favor. In this video, you'll learn why ghosting happens, how to stop blaming yourself, and what you can do to bounce back stronger than ever. We'll also uncover some surprising tips to avoid being ghosted in the future, and how to handle it like a pro if it happens again. By the end, you'll walk away with a clear plan to take control of your dating life and keep your confidence intact. 1. Why ghosting happens. The psychology behind the silence. Ever wonder what's really going on in the mind of someone who ghosts? Here's the truth. It's not about you. In fact, the answer might surprise you. And once you understand it, you'll see ghosting in a whole new light. 1. The role of fear and avoidance in modern dating. Let's face it, dating can be scary. For some people, the idea of having a tough conversation or hurting someone's feelings is so overwhelming that they just disappear. It's not because they're evil, it's because they're avoiding discomfort. Think about it. Would you rather have an awkward conversation or just vanish into thin air? For some, the choice is easy. 2. How dating apps make it easier to disappear without consequences. Here's the thing. Dating apps are like a buffet. There are so many options that people don't feel the need to commit, or even be polite. Swiping culture has made it way too easy to treat people like disposable matches. If someone ghosts you, it's not because you're not amazing. It's because the app made it way too easy for them to take the coward's way out. 3. The difference between ghosting and slow fading, and why both hurt. Okay, let's talk about the two types of disappearing acts, ghosting and slow fading. Ghosting is when someone just stops responding out of nowhere, like they fell off the face of the earth. Slow fading is when they gradually pull away, sending shorter and fewer messages until they're gone. Both suck, but here's the kicker. Slow fading can actually hurt more because it keeps you guessing. Which one do you think is worse? 4. Why ghosting says more about them than it does about you. Here's the golden rule of ghosting. It's not about you. It's about them. Maybe they're emotionally unavailable. Maybe they're dealing with their own issues. Or maybe they're just not ready for something real. Whatever the reason, their actions reflect their character, not your worth. So, the next time someone ghosts you, remember, it's not a reflection of your value. It's a reflection of their inability to handle things like an adult. Now that you know why ghosting happens, let's talk about how to stop blaming yourself and rebuild your confidence. Because here's the thing, you deserve better. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get it. 2. How to stop blaming yourself and rebuild confidence. Did you know that ghosting can actually trigger the same part of your brain as physical pain? That's right. Being ignored hurts literally. But here's the good news. You don't have to let it define you. In this section, we're diving into how to heal, rebuild your confidence, and come out stronger than ever. 1. Why taking ghosting personally is a trap, and how to avoid it. Let's get one thing straight. Ghosting says everything about them and nothing about you. But here's the trap. When someone disappears, it's easy to start overanalyzing. Was it something I said? Did I come on too strong? Am I not good enough? Stop right there. Taking it personally is like blaming yourself for someone else's bad manners. Instead, remind yourself, their actions are their choice, not your fault. The power of reframing. It's not rejection, it's redirection. Here's a mindset shift that will change everything. Ghosting isn't rejection, it's redirection. Think about it. If someone isn't willing to communicate or show up for you, do you really want them in your life? Nope. They're just clearing the way for someone who's actually worth your time. So, instead of seeing it as a loss, see it as the universe steering you towards something better. 3. Simple self-care practices to boost your confidence after being ghosted. After being ghosted, your confidence might take a hit, and that's okay. But here's how to bounce back. Start with small, intentional acts of self-care. Take a bubble bath, go for a walk in nature, or treat yourself to your favorite meal. And here's a pro tip. Write down 3 things you love about yourself and read them out loud every morning. It sounds simple, but it's a game changer for rebuilding your self-esteem. 4. How to remind yourself of your value, even when someone else doesn't see it. Here's the truth. Your worth isn't determined by someone else's inability to see it. So how do you remind yourself of your value? Start by listing your strengths, accomplishments, and the qualities that make you uniquely you. And here's a little secret. The right person will see your worth without you having to prove it. Until then, don't let a ghoster dim your light. Now that you've started rebuilding your confidence, let's talk about what to do when you're ghosted. Should you text them again? Wait it out? Or just move on? I've got the exact game plan to handle it like a pro. 3. What to do when you're ghosted. A step-by-step guide. Should you text them again? Wait it out? Or just move on? If you've ever been ghosted, you've probably wrestled with these questions. Well, I've got your back. Here's the exact game plan to handle ghosting like a pro, without losing your cool or your confidence. 1. The 48-hour rule. When to give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, let's start with the 48-hour rule. Sometimes life gets crazy. Maybe they're swamped at work, lost their phone, or just need a minute to breathe. So give them 48 hours before you jump to conclusions. But here's the catch. If they still haven't responded after 2 days, it's time to face the music. They're not busy. They're just not interested. And that's your cue to move on. 2. How to send one final message without sounding desperate. If you're still holding out hope, it's okay to send one final message, but keep it classy. Something like, "Hey, I noticed things went quiet. No hard feelings if you're not feeling it, but I'd appreciate some clarity." This does 2 things. It gives them a chance to respond, if they have any decency, and it shows you're not afraid to ask for what you deserve. But here's the key. Send it once and then let it go. No double texting allowed. 3. When to delete their number and close the chapter for good. Here's the hard truth. If they haven't responded to your final message, it's time to delete their number. Yes, delete it. Holding on to their contact info is like keeping a ticket to a concert that's already been canceled. It's over. And deleting their number isn't just about moving on. It's about reclaiming your power. Out of sight, out of mind. You've got better things to focus on. 4. Why silence is your most powerful response. Here's the ultimate power move. Silence. That's right. Saying nothing at all is your most powerful response. Why? Because chasing someone who's already walked away only makes you look desperate. But staying silent? That shows you know your worth. It says, "I'm too busy thriving to chase someone who doesn't see my value." So, let your silence speak volumes. Trust me, it's louder than any message you could send. Now that you know how to handle being ghosted, let's talk about how to avoid it in the future. What if you could spot a potential ghoster before they disappear? Stick around. I've got the red flags to watch for and how to protect yourself. 4. How to avoid being ghosted in the future. What if you could spot a potential ghoster before they disappear? Imagine saving yourself the heartache and frustration by knowing exactly what to look for. Well, I'm about to spill the tea on the red flags to watch for, and how to protect yourself from ghosters for good. 1. The early warning signs of a ghoster, e.g., vague plans, inconsistent communication. Let's play detective for a second. Ghosters often leave clues before they vanish. Are they always too busy to make concrete plans? Do they take hours or days to reply to your messages? Or maybe they're super enthusiastic one day and totally MIA the next. These are all red flags. If someone can't commit to a simple coffee date or keep a conversation flowing, chances are they're not serious. And they might ghost. trust your gut. It's usually right. 2. How to set clear expectations from the start. Here's a pro tip. Set the tone early. If you're looking for something real, don't be afraid to say so. A simple, "I'm not into games, I'm looking for genuine connection," can work wonders. It's like putting up a "no ghosting allowed" sign. If they're on the same page, great. If not, they'll probably show themselves the door. And honestly, that's a win for you. 3. Why taking things slow can actually save you from heartbreak. I know it's tempting to dive headfirst into a new connection, but here's the truth. Taking things slow is your secret weapon. When you rush, you miss the red flags. But when you take your time, you get to see if their actions match their words. Are they consistent? Reliable? Genuine? Slowing down gives you the space to figure it out, and it can save you from a world of hurt. The importance of matching energy and effort in conversations. Here's a golden rule. Match their energy. If they're putting in minimal effort, short replies, no questions about you, zero enthusiasm, don't overcompensate by carrying the conversation. You deserve someone who's just as excited to talk to you as you are to them. And if they're not bringing the same energy, that's your cue to step back and let them go. Remember, you're a prize, not an option. Now that you know how to avoid being ghosted, let's talk about the ultimate power move, turning the tables. What if ghosting could actually make you better at dating? Stick around. I'm about to show you how to use this experience to level up your dating game. 5. Turning the tables. How to bounce back stronger. What if I told you that ghosting could actually make you better at dating? Sounds crazy, right? But here's the truth. Every time someone ghosts you, it's an opportunity to level up. In this section, I'll show you how to turn rejection into resilience, clarify what you really want, and approach dating with unshakable confidence. 1. How to use ghosting as a filter to find better matches. Think of ghosting as a dating filter. Every time someone disappears, they're doing you a favor by removing themselves from your life. Seriously. If someone can't handle basic communication, they're not ready for a real relationship. So, instead of seeing it as a loss, see it as a shortcut to finding someone who's actually worth your time. The right person won't ghost. They'll show up. 2. The mindset shift that turns rejection into resilience. Here's a game-changing mindset. Rejection isn't failure. It's feedback. When someone ghosts you, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their inability to meet you where you are. So, instead of letting it knock you down, use it as fuel to build resilience. Every no brings you closer to a yes. And trust me, that yes is going to be worth it. 3. Why being ghosted can help you clarify what you really want in a partner. Ghosting has a sneaky way of showing you what you don't want. And that's a gift. Maybe you realize you need someone who communicates openly, or someone who's consistent and reliable. Use this experience to get crystal clear on your non-negotiables. The more you know what you want, the easier it is to spot someone who's truly compatible with you. 4. How to approach dating with confidence no matter what happens. Here's the secret to dating with confidence. Stop tying your self-worth to the outcome. Whether someone ghosts you, likes you, or anything in between, it doesn't define you. Your value is non-negotiable. So, walk into every date knowing that you're enough, exactly as you are. And if someone can't see that, their loss. You've got bigger and better things ahead.